Millennials and Gen Z are facing a level of burnout that goes far beyond simply being tired from work. For many people, it feels like life itself has become exhausting. Every day comes with another responsibility, another bill, another notification, another problem to solve, and another reason to worry about the future. People wake up already thinking about everything they have to accomplish, and by the time they go to bed, they still feel like they haven't done enough. A major part of the problem is that working hard doesn't always feel like it produces meaningful progress anymore. You can work full time, receive your paycheck, and watch most of that money disappear almost immediately. Rent gets paid, groceries get bought, transportation costs money, the phone bill arrives, insurance needs to be paid, debt payments come due, then some unexpected expense appears, and whatever little progress you thought you were making disappears. That creates a different kind of exhaustion. People can work extremely hard when they believe their sacrifice is leading somewhere. The problem begins when you keep sacrificing but don't feel like you're getting closer to anything. You aren't building a better life. You're simply trying to prevent your current life from falling apart. For many millennials and Gen Z, traditional milestones can feel increasingly difficult to reach. Buying a home can feel impossible. Starting a family can seem financially overwhelming. Building substantial savings takes time when everyday expenses keep eating into your paycheck. Retirement can feel so distant that some younger people barely believe it will happen. The psychological effect of this shouldn't be underestimated. Human beings need to feel like they're moving forward. When you work year after year and still feel financially insecure, eventually you start questioning what all the work is accomplishing. You start wondering whether the system you're participating in is actually capable of delivering the stability you were told it would provide. Technology has added another layer to the burnout. Technology was supposed to make life easier, and in many ways it has. But it has also made it incredibly difficult to disconnect. Work can follow you everywhere. Emails are on your phone. Coworkers are on your phone. Your schedule is on your phone. Your bank account is on your phone. The news is on your phone. Social media is on your phone. Entertainment is on your phone. There is almost no separation anymore. The same device you use to relax is also the device reminding you about everything you're worried about. You can be sitting on your couch after work and suddenly receive an email that immediately puts your mind back into work mode. You can be eating dinner and receive a notification about your bank account. You can be lying in bed and suddenly find yourself reading terrible news from the other side of the world. There aren't many empty moments anymore. Waiting for the train used to mean waiting for the train. Standing in line meant standing in line. Sitting alone for a few minutes meant sitting alone with your thoughts. Now every empty moment can immediately be filled with information. We are constantly consuming something, responding to something, watching something, or thinking about something. Social media makes the situation even more intense because it has turned everyday life into a constant comparison. Millennials watched social media develop, while Gen Z largely grew up with it already surrounding them. Younger generations don't simply compare themselves with their neighbors or coworkers anymore. They can compare themselves with millions of people around the world. You can wake up feeling exhausted, open your phone, and immediately see somebody your age buying a house. Someone else is traveling around the world. Somebody got married. Somebody started a successful business. Somebody got promoted. Somebody has the perfect apartment. Somebody claims they're making enormous amounts of money from a laptop while barely working. You might understand that social media isn't showing you the complete picture, but seeing these images constantly can still affect the way you think about your own life. Your ordinary Tuesday afternoon suddenly feels inadequate compared with somebody else's carefully edited highlight reel. Then there is the pressure to constantly improve yourself. Modern culture has turned almost everything into a project. You're supposed to improve your career, improve your finances, improve your body, improve your diet, improve your relationships, improve your productivity, and improve your personal brand. Even resting can sometimes feel like you're wasting time that could have been spent getting ahead. Hobbies have also become increasingly connected to money. If you're good at drawing, somebody tells you to sell your drawings. If you enjoy cooking, somebody tells you to start a cooking channel. If you like photography, somebody tells you to build a photography business. If you enjoy playing video games, somebody tells you to start streaming. Suddenly, nothing is allowed to simply exist for enjoyment. Everything becomes another potential side hustle. Everything becomes another opportunity to make money. Everything becomes another responsibility. That mentality can make people feel guilty for doing absolutely nothing. But human beings need periods when they're not producing anything. Sometimes you should be able to watch a movie without thinking about productivity. You should be able to draw without thinking about selling the drawing. You should be able to take a walk without tracking your steps. You should be able to spend an afternoon doing absolutely nothing without feeling like you failed. Another major source of burnout is uncertainty about the future. Millennials and Gen Z have lived through economic instability, major technological changes, pandemic disruption, rising living costs, and an increasingly unpredictable job market. Now, artificial intelligence is creating another enormous transformation. Workers are being told that AI will make their jobs easier, while simultaneously hearing that AI might eventually replace parts of those jobs. That creates another layer of pressure. People don't just have to do their jobs anymore. They have to constantly think about whether their jobs will even exist in the same form several years from now. The result is a culture where people feel like they can never stop learning, adapting, and competing. Learn the new software, learn the new platform, learn the new technology, learn how to use AI, update your resume, build your network, improve your skills, stay competitive, don't fall behind. The finish line keeps moving. Eventually, people become exhausted from chasing it. That's why I don't think Millennial and Gen Z burnout can simply be dismissed as younger generations not wanting to work. Most people understand that life requires effort. People understand that bills have to be paid and responsibilities have to be handled. What they're questioning is whether life is supposed to feel like an endless cycle of working, paying bills, recovering from work, and preparing to work again. There is also something deeper happening beneath the economic burnout. People are questioning what success actually means. Is success making more money if you never have time to enjoy it? Is success getting promoted if the promotion makes you miserable? Is success owning expensive things if you're constantly stressed about paying for them? Maybe millennials and Gen Z aren't losing their ambition. Maybe they're becoming skeptical of an older definition of ambition that tells people their value is determined by how productive they are. A person shouldn't have to justify every hour of their existence by producing something. Sometimes life should simply be lived. And that may be the real reason burnout has become such an important issue for millennials and Gen Z. They aren't necessarily asking for a life without work or responsibility. They're asking whether work and responsibility have to consume nearly everything else. Because eventually, after years of working harder, adapting faster, spending more, and worrying about what comes next, people stop asking how they can become more productive. They start asking a completely different question. When do I actually get to live?